Welcome to the Introduction to Arborist High Energy Icons video, Part 1. In this video, we will discuss what high energy is, how it applies to our industry, and we will introduce the Arborist High Energy Icons. So what is high energy? High energy hazards are those hazards that, if left unmitigated, are very likely to significantly change the life of a team member and their family. High energy hazards are sometimes referred to as the stuff that can kill you. How do high energy hazards injure or kill? When looking back at past high energy fatalities and significant injuries, they have the below factors in common. High energy was present and the high energy was released out of a team member's control and the team member was contacted by the high energy, or was close enough to the release that the high energy transferred to the team member. To drive high energy hazard education in our industry, we developed the Arborist High Energy Icons, which categorize the most common high energy hazard types in our industry and are specific to the work we perform. They are meant to be a simple way to keep everyone thinking about and planning for the high energy hazards they may encounter during work. 5 icons will be reviewed in detail in part 1 of this video, and the other 5 will be reviewed in detail in part 2 of this video. Take time to understand each Arborist high energy icon and how it applies to the work you perform. Consider how you would use this information while planning your work to make sure any present high energy hazards are addressed. Consider how you would use these icons to teach a new team member about the high energy hazards of the industry. The first Arborist high energy icon is gravity, falling object. How can falling objects kill or significantly injure you? When falling objects are large enough in size and have a long enough falling distance, they can pick up enough momentum to become a high energy hazard. If a person is contacted by a falling object with enough momentum, it will kill or significantly injure them. But when does a falling object become high energy? Limbs or other objects that have a falling height of 10 feet or more and weigh 50 pounds or more have enough momentum to kill you or significantly injure you. Very large objects, such as a specialized piece of equipment on a loaded trailer or a large diameter lead, may not need to fall a full 10 feet to meet the high energy threshold. Falling trees that are 5 inches DBH or bigger and are 7 feet or taller also have enough momentum to kill you or significantly injure you. The second Arborist high energy icon is gravity, fall from elevation. When falls from elevation have enough falling distance, the impact upon landing will have enough force to become a high energy hazard. If a person falls with enough force, the impact will kill or significantly injure them. When does a fall from elevation become high energy? For an average sized person, falls from a height of 4 feet or more will have enough force on impact to kill or significantly injure them. This includes falls from this height, whether you're falling out of a tree, falling out of an aerial lift bucket, or you're in an aerial lift bucket during a tip over event. The third icon is high temperature. High temperatures can kill or significantly injure you in a variety of ways, whether it is through bodily contact with hot equipment, parts, or liquids, or being exposed to a fire. The following sources of high temperatures can have enough energy to kill or significantly injure you. Being exposed to tools or equipment parts, steams, liquids that are hot enough to cause third-degree burns when contacted for 2 seconds or more, or being exposed to fires with a sustained fuel source. The fourth icon is tension wood. Improperly cutting into wood under tension can lead to violent reactions, where the wood can then strike you with enough force to kill or significantly injure you. These reactions happen so quickly, there is no time to dodge the wood or tree part. Calculating the exact amount of energy stored in each wood under tension situation is complex, as it requires estimates of many different factors and measurements. Instead, all wood under tension situations should be considered to typically have enough stored energy to be a high energy hazard, including spring poles, which is depicted in the icon itself, trees with lean present that are a risk to barber chair, or situations where adding tension to the backstrap of a tree planned to be felled by overtensioning a pull rope attached to that tree before the back cut is made. This could also lead to a barber chair situation, even if the tree has no natural lean. The final icon that we will review in part 1 of this video is tension wire. If the wood and wires are not controlled prior to cuts on the wood being made, the weight of the wood being freed from the wires under tension can be enough to allow the wires to rapidly release their tension. This release of tension is a violent reaction that can lead to either the wire striking you or the wire throwing the wood toward you. Being struck by the wire or the wood in this way can have enough force to kill or significantly injure you. Similar to wood under tension, calculating the exact amount of energy stored in each wires under tension situation is complex, as it requires estimates of many different factors and measurements. Instead, all wires under tension situations should be considered to typically have enough stored energy to be a high energy hazard, including an uprooted tree laying across one or more utility wires, a heavy limb that is pressing downward on a utility wire, or a stem, spar, lead that is either partially or fully broke out from a tree and laying across one or more utility wires. We have just reviewed 5 of the 10 Arborist high energy icons in this video. In the next video, we will review the 5 remaining icons.